Okay, so my name's Dave Lockwood. This is our Pure Entrepreneur channel. Our main channel is called Demolition. And if you haven't been following us, I'll give you a quick idea of what we're doing here. So we are, when I say we, it's my son, Logan, and Talon. The three of us have built this business over the last, well, the junk removal business for 17 years. This particular demolition business, 12 years or 13 years. And as Remove It Pros since 2014, which would make it our 10-year anniversary. We are pretty certain we can run our location, okay, of Remove It Pros. What we have found is that we want to show people about how we do what we do, which is a green approach to junk removal and demolition. So what we do that's different is we repurpose stuff and we recycle. If you talk to people in this industry, a lot of them are going to tell you there's no way you're going to make any money because you eat it all up in your labor. And I would agree with them, except for if you can handle your labor better. I'm not saying that we're rocket scientists, because we're not. We're just ordinary guys, bunch of rednecks that moved to Florida, and we've learned how to cope and deal with this marketplace we're in. We're in a luxury marketplace. It's kind of cool, kind of fun. So what I like to do here is show you guys basically what we're doing and how we're expanding. So what we have to do to learn to go into our new marketplaces, we know how to run Remove It Pros pretty good. Well, at least I think we do. Okay, the proof is in the pudding, right? We're very successful. We have grown from, one truck, and then now we have 90 trucks and trailers. And that doesn't include all the other equipment that we have as far as excavators and skid steers and stuff like that. So, but at any rate, what we're doing is we are moving into a new marketplace. We're going to take this Remove It Pros concept all the way through the state of Florida. Now, accepting the fact that we are either in a recession or heading into a recession, we live kind of in a cocoon here in where I'm at. So when I moved here and I started working in Naples, I figured out pretty quick once we got down here that people in Naples are less inclined to beat you up on price. They want to get something done. They want it done. They want it done completely. They want it done so that there's no repercussions or nothing that they have to deal with in the future. They're task-oriented people who want things to get done completely. So that's the difference than where we were living, which was in Cape Coral. And, everybody, you only make so much money. So everything you do, you're trying to get it done for a very reasonable price because that's what you can afford, which we understand. What we found, though, is there was enough work in Naples and enough of those people who wanted to get the problem solved completely. They wanted it solved quickly. For example, we are going to rebuild this house. We need everything out of here so we can do it. And we come in and do something like that in a very, very fast way, as fast as you can. We do rare things for the marketplace. We show up with all the tools you need. We show up with all the equipment as far as the truck and the trailer. We haul off stuff. They don't have to get a dumpster if they don't want to, so on and so forth. It really makes it easy for them. Then we give them better pricing because we're going to repurpose the cabinets. We're going to repurpose the appliances. We're going to repurpose the furniture and stuff that's left there. So we give them a price break. We give them a little bit off. Now, it's not huge money, but it definitely makes us fiercely competitive when we're competing against one of our competitors. So what happens is we can do it for less because we're making money coming and we're making money going. So that's the cool thing. All right, now let's talk about stuff we deal with. Okay, we're in the part of the year, September, October, where this place is dead. There's just nothing going on here. Now, we're still running a bunch of crews. So sometimes what we do is we pick up stuff or we'll buy stuff or whatever. And in this case, one of our competitors is tearing down a $5 million home. One of our customers is also one of their customers. Now, we've only been in the building teardown game for a very short period of time. We've been hands-on demolition for that's our claim to fame. You know, we've done as many as 2,000 of them in a year. Now, the condo market is kind of funny right now because a lot of these condominiums are they're being completely rebuilt by companies that came from out of town, and they are. It's just, I don't know. It's just amazing that we're as busy as we are with as much of that we do. But a lot of the houses got impacted here from Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian just really made a direct hit here. It flooded everything. My particular house had 6 foot of water in it. So anyway, yesterday, a couple days ago, about a month ago, this guy comes to us and says, "Hey, we're going to tear this house down, and we just finished remodeling it. We finished remodeling the upstairs about 2 years ago, and we just remodeled the downstairs after Hurricane Ian." Well, now they wanted to do some things, and they get involved with the city, and the city says, "Look, you can't have anything on the first floor." So now their 5,000 square foot house, or probably 6,000 square foot house, now they have a 3,000 square foot house. So these people are going to build up. They're going to tear this house down and build another one. So this guy calls us up and says, "Hey, dude, this also happens to be the guys that we started working with when we started Remove It Pros, and we ended up with a crazy amount of business from them because they work in this certain retirement community, and they're rebuilding the whole retirement community." So we ended up, that was our constant that we could count on. And we ended up getting a lot of cabinets and a lot of appliances and stuff like that over the years. We probably have done over 200 units for this contractor and the contractor that was doing this before him. So it's two different contractors. The guy that we originally started with, I don't know what happened, but he doesn't do it anymore, and this company took over, and then we started working for them. So here we are. We're taking apart this place. We gave them $4,000. Okay. Now for $4,000, I got a kitchen cabinet set. I got 11 sets of sliders. Now those sets of sliders, the low end is going to be $2,000 a piece. A couple sets of them are going to be $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a piece. We got 2 hot water heaters that were not very old. Got an HVAC system that was 2022, a garage door that was just put on 2 years ago, probably $15,000 garage door in this marketplace. Raw material wise, probably a $5,000 door. The front door, which is freaking amazing. And let's see what else. There all kinds of other stuff. Okay, so we got everything from this but the appliances. So we send the guys, and this is a self-criticism really. We send the guys over to do the work, and got 2 really good crew leaders working. I got 1 crew leader on the downstairs, 1 crew leader upstairs. Now, what we're doing is we're keeping these guys busy for when we need them. We know we're not going to be busy this time of the year, so this works out good. So I've got 3 crews on this job. So Talon sends an additional crew. He tells the other crew leaders, tell this guy what to do. So now I show up. I've got 2 crews taking stuff out very carefully, and 1 crew scrapping. Scrapping a $5,000 garage door. So I show up and I'm like, "Hey, you know, somebody cut the main rail in half." He says, "Well, I did it." I'm like, "Why are you cutting that in half?" "Well, I thought we were scrapping." So anyway, here's my point. Okay, my point is, guys that do this kind of work are not good leaders. They're not very good communicators. They're not very good communicators, period, or they wouldn't be doing the kind of work that they're doing. So in this case, I look at us and I say, okay, how could we have done better? And this is not a criticism to Talon, because you should be able to assume that the guys first of all, that guy would figure out that we're taking everything apart carefully. I mean, I showed up and they were taking lights that we could sell for $100. They're taking them down with a crowbar. Dude, I'll tell you what, it's so hard to not lose your freaking mind. But that's what we deal with. I don't know anybody that grew up and said, boy, when I grow up, I want to become a demolition laborer. None of them. But through what we do, this works good for everybody. The guys that work for us, what they get to do is that we can pay them well. Okay, and we do pay them well, and we pay them overtime. So the crew leaders, we pay them I came from the real estate business. Okay, if you bust your butt in real estate business, you make good money. So these guys are working for us, and they make good money. So what we do is we pay them, the crew leaders, we pay them an hourly rate. They get overtime more than their crew does, and we pay them a percentage of the jobs. Now, early on, we had that all wrong, and we were paying way too much, because what happened is when we first started and when we put these incentives in place, the jobs were tiny. So in order to make the jobs, to give them more money, we had to make the percentage higher. But then what happened is we evolved and grew into the company that we are today, and we're doing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger jobs. So these numbers became gigantic. We had crew leaders making just crazy amounts of money. So the moral of the story is, don't rely on your crew leaders who don't communicate very well to communicate to another crew leader. And this crew leader is in question with us anyway, because I watch him and he doesn't help in the mornings like everybody else. Pretty good, somebody we can count on in most instances, but in this instance, he cost me, I don't know. I think I can get that bar repaired. I don't know whether he scratched up these doors when he was taking them apart. I'll see him today when I go to the shop. But at any rate, from this particular junk removal, we paid $4,000. We have all this potential profit. We should easily be able to double that $4,000. So get our $4,000 back plus another 4 and a 4. We're tracking this one very closely because, you're only as good as you are as good. You need to measure everything. So we're measuring this very closely. The numbers they're really in our favor. However, we still ran 3 crews. We ran 3 crews on this for 3 days or 4 days. So, that's a significant amount of money. So it's not cheap to do this, although it works. Also, at the tail end of this job, we went through and we scrapped out everything that was easily scrapped. So this potentially was one heck of a good find for us. $5 million house, and we got everything out of it. Now let's talk about the other things that are going on. So I'm continuing to work on WordPress and get our stuff up and on WordPress. I had breakfast with Logan yesterday. I turned all of our ads off. For a week or two, I don't think it's going to make any difference. I think we're just burning money anyway. It's just not we're not getting anything out of it. So apparently Google, if you're not, and this is talking to my Google Ads rep, if you're not set up properly, they're not sending the traffic to your site, but they're spending your ad spend. Figure that one out. So we're getting nothing. I mean, we're spending, close to $10,000 a month and getting nothing out off of this. Now, again, it's September and October. I don't know. So I am running my butt off trying to get this done. I was supervising that job because I know what we want, what makes money, what makes more money, and so on and so forth. And that's right down the street. And so anyway, that's what we're doing. Go high level. Put that on hold for a couple days while I get through learning how to do WordPress. I don't know. I'm not proficient at it yet. I'm got probably another 1 or 2 or 3 days and I'll have it. So, 7 days of putting this in myself, I don't think it's terrible. I need to know how to do it so I can teach other people. And obviously it's not the best use of my time. with our current scenario, it is. So this is the Remove It Pros Pure Entrepreneur site, and just showing you how we're doing this and how we're moving forward, and inspiring you other entrepreneurs or guys that are in our business to go the green way. There's more money in it for sure. It's a lot more to deal with, but there's more money in it for sure. Remove It Pros Demolition. We'll see you on the next video.